Hello and welcome to the Bike India channel. Now what we have here today with us is a very iconic and special motorcycle. This right here is the Royal Enfield Bullet 350. Now this has been one of the oldest produced motorcycles in the world, right all the way from 1932. Which means that this has been in production for around 92 years now. Let me quickly take you through the changes of this latest iteration model and tell you how it is to ride. In terms of design, the Bullet 350 retains its iconic silhouette, but there are a couple of changes that we have over here. So as you can see, the special step seat has been changed up to be more comfortable. Then one of the main changes is that the bike does not make use of a kickstand anymore because this is the J series engine platform, which we've seen on the Meteor 350 and the new Classic 350 as well. The third main change is the dashboard and the switch cube. So the switch cubes are the same as the ones we see on the Meteor and the Classic 350 updated models. The dash on the Bullet 350 is similar to that on the Classic 350, but it's of a slightly different design, and you get an analog console on top with a digital meter under it that does provide you with more or less the basic information. Apart from that, the tripper navigation pod is not part of the standard equipment, and it can also not be fitted as an accessory in this model. Now this right here is the J series engine, which has been in the Meteor 350 and the new Classic 350 as well. So this is a 349cc single cylinder, air cooled with an oil cooler motor, churning out around 20 horsepower at 6,100 RPM and a peak torque of 27 Nm at 4,000 RPM. And this right here is mated to a 5-speed gearbox.
This motor pulls strong and smooth from the low range RPM and revs to the red line without any harsh vibrations to ruin the overall ride experience. There is a very slight buzz at the foot pegs once you really push the motor, but in all fairness, this engine is not really meant to be used that way. It is also very tractable and can easily cruise around in 5th gear at speeds as low as 40 km per hour. Cruising between 80 km an hour and 100 km an hour is where the bike feels at home. What I really liked was the crisp throttle response, slick gear shifts and an easy to operate clutch that made the ride experience all the more engaging. The iconic thump from the exhaust has somewhat diminished, but these are sacrifices that a rider is going to have to look past, especially when you consider the high level of refinement and comfort that the Bullet 350 now offers.
Now, one of the main things, let me fire this up for you so you can check out the thump of this all new model.
The Bullet makes use of a double down tube frame with a 41mm telescopic fork up front and a pair of twin shock absorbers at the rear. Meanwhile, it uses a 19-inch front wheel and an 18-inch rear wheel with broader CAT rubber. This suspension setup has been tuned perfectly to tackle our road conditions. It feels more on the stiffer side but manages to chug along on bad roads and undulations without discomfort for the rider. When it comes to handling, it is a precise motorcycle. As you enter a corner, it holds the line really well, and this is also thanks to the CAT tires that do a really good job of providing grip. With these stable handling characteristics, this is a really confidence-inspiring motorcycle to ride when compared to the older variant. Stopping power comes from disc brakes at both ends with the assistance of dual-channel ABS. This braking setup is a big leap ahead when compared to the older model. The brakes get the bike to stop way quicker, which gives the rider much more control and confidence. Meanwhile, the ABS is calibrated well to get the bike to stop gradually and in a stable manner when you get on the brakes hard in case of an emergency. Priced between 1.74 lakh and rupees 2.16 lakh ex-showroom, the new Bullet 350 is just slightly more expensive than the older model. After my time spent astride this motorcycle, I came back really satisfied with the experience, even though a classic cruiser is not my preference when it comes to motorcycle genres. It goes to show how much the Bullet 350 has improved as a motorcycle, and it is nice to see that the legacy still lives on after all these years. With an extremely refined and tractable motor, comfortable ergonomics, and stable ride quality, Royal Enfield have got the formula right yet again.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe and follow the Bike India channel for more content like this.